Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, or starting today, this is not going to be a one video thing. We are going to start making the ephemera holder that is going to be the prize for the giveaway. Excuse me. And if you have not already entered the giveaway, make sure you go and check out the video where I show you how to make these little Matchbox minis. And somewhere in that video, there is the instructions for how to enter to win the ephemera storage that we're going to be making. Now, there's also a twist, but I'm not going to tell you too much about the twist. All I'm going to say is that you want to enter the drawing or for the thing. So what I've done, and for the journal that we're going to do, or the little ephemera storage that we're going to do, I made this 5x7. I figured that's a good size to kind of keep on your desk. So it's a 5x7, and I've got a 2.5-inch spine. So what we need to do is we need to pick out the papers to cover this with. And so I am just getting some paper here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do, and I have to keep, because I always want roses, but I have to keep in mind that it's not for me. So I'm going to try and pick something out that I did pick out the rose paper pack here just about. So I don't know, I need something for the front and back cover. I really like that page. So I think we might need this for the front and back covers. I probably need both sheets of that. So let me do that. And then let's pick out a paper, like a contrast paper for our spine. Excuse me, I like that pink, but it may be, oh, what about that? We could pull that yellow in. We might do that. Let's just see. So what we'll do in today's video is I'll show you how to create the main part, like the your book cover. And then tomorrow we'll come back and work on it some more. So I'm just setting that out of the way for now. So I know that my my cover, it's a 5x7. And so I want an inch, about an inch around all the way. So to do that, if it's 5, I'm going to need 7, and then I'll need 9 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 9, or close to it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let me see if I can zoom you guys out. Hang on one second, or zoom you in. There we go. Is that better? Maybe. Hopefully. Okay, so that's 9 inches there, and so I need this to be 7 inches. Or pretty close. And let's go ahead and do this one while we're at it. So I just need to do this 9 inches. And I need to do this at 7 inches. Okay. And then we'll come back to do the spine because it's going to be a little bit different. So do not throw these away. We will use these in the book. Now, excuse me, I normally, whenever I am doing the covers like this, I normally use my score tape and Fabri-Tac. I am pretty much out of score tape, so we are going to have to attempt to use the ATG today. And this thing and I don't get along too famously, so we're going to see if we can at least do it some. That's what I always mess up on. I always pull up while I'm still like holding the trigger down. So we're just, I like to do the tape and the glue. I just feel like I have a little bit more, I don't know, it feels just a little bit more secure to me. It may not be. It may be just a mind thing, but that's just what it feels like to me. Me and this tape, we always go round and round because anytime I go to pull it off, for some reason I don't know. And I'm just putting some tape throughout down here. And then I will cross it some. Okay, and so you can see I've got quite a bit of tape on it, and I'm good with that. And so I do want to put some Fabri-Tac on it though as well. So I'm just going along, maybe. And I'm just putting some Fabri-Tac on it. And you guys know I'm always going to put way more than what I really need, but that's just me. Okay, so now I'm going to take and flip this over, and I'm just going to try and center it up as best as I can. It's not a big deal if it's not perfectly centered, but you know, the more center I can get it, the happier I am. Take my little squeegee. I'm going to squeegee it all down, make sure I got it stuck down really good. And it feels like I do. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to kind of cut these corners just a little bit. Now, I learned how to do this little ephemera journal from a video on scrapbooking with me, Miss Edith. And I have told y'all I would link it and then I would forget. So I will try to remember. If I forget and you guys want it linked, just send me a little message and I will try to link it then. So what I'm doing, I'm just going right along the edges there, and I'm just taking my little score tool and I'm just rubbing it real good, going ahead and starting the breakdown of the paper there so that it will fold up much easier. I don't think, it's not something you have to do, but it just seems to work really good when I do it like this. And so I'm just going to go ahead and fold it up. And if I know what I'm doing with my bone folder, y'all know I'm always losing those things. I was trying to find my bone folder so that I could really get those edges good. But we'll just use the back side of this. And that's just so that I can get it turned good. And make sure it's all folded down. I need to take this paper mat off of my desk when I'm doing this kind of stuff, because you guys know that I always end up with glue all over the desk. But I don't think about it until I'm already in the middle of a video. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my glue, or my ATG, and I'm just going to run a strip right there. And I'm going to run a strip right here on the cardboard. And I do that too often. Like I said, I forget that I still have the trigger pressed. And then I go and I pull up, and that's what happens. Okay, so I've got that, and now I'm going to add some glue. And I'm just going to fold that over really good. And look at all that glue coming out. Y'all know I was going to do it. It would not be a video of mine unless I'd done something like that. And I don't even remember what I've done with my paper towels. Oh well. Okay. So we've got that side done. Now let's do this side. Let me get this glue off of my fingers before I end up sticking myself to everything. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's just take the tape, run it right along there. And then right along here. Okay. And we're going to put some more glue. I just like to do the tape and the glue. I'm sorry guys, I may have to pause y'all. Anyway, I like to do the tape and the glue. Because I just feel like it gives... I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, sounds like they've stopped for right this minute. We'll see. Anyway, I like to do the tape and the glue because I just feel like it gives me a little bit more, I don't know, I just think it holds better maybe. It may not. It may just be all in my mind. But it just seems like it does, so. And I do have score tape ordered, but it won't be here until Sunday. So that's why I had to bring out the old ATG, which I need to use it. It's not hard to use. It's just, I don't know, it's normally put up whenever I need it. And so, because it's so big, it's not something that I leave out on my desk. But I need to use it a lot more than what I do. Okay, so we've just about got this cover done. So do you guys have any big plans for the weekend? I know at some point I'm going to go hold that grandbaby, but I have a bunch of Etsy orders I need to get out first. Okay, so there's that cover. So I'm going to set that right there, and then we're going to grab this one. And let's fill it up with tape. Let's see if I can do it without pulling all the tape off the roll. Do any of you guys use an ATG or anything like that? If so, what kind do you use? I mean, I've been pretty happy with this one. I'm not going to complain. I think when I'm not happy with it, it's more operator error than anything. Just like, you know, I will forget to let go of the trigger when I pull up, and I don't know what I just did there. I don't think that was operator error, to be quite honest with you, but you know, it might have been. Yeah, so if you have an ATG, what kind do you have? Do you like it? How often do you use it? I am curious, because I thought when I bought this, I was like, oh, that's going to be the greatest thing. And I found that I don't use it honestly, hardly ever. And so that's crazy, because I paid quite a bit for it. And then I don't even use it. Okay, so now we're just going in with the glue. And like I said, I know that this is overkill, but you know, it makes me feel better, so I do it as long as it makes me feel better. That's what matters. All right, and let's get our paper. And I'm just gonna, again, just try to center it up as best as I can. Okay. And if it's not centered on, you know, doing that like this, it's not a big deal. I just like to feel like I have it centered at least. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it back over, and I didn't get it centered, but it's okay. And I'm just going to miter those corners again. And this is not hard at all to make. So if you do not win this one, you can make you one. Go back and watch the video, or you can make one now with me, and then you can still win it, because trust me, you cannot have enough of these. I've got 3 or 4 of them, I think. Well, I have like 3 or 4 of the little ones, and then here not too long ago I decided I needed a big one. So now I have, like, I guess probably 4 of them. And I'm sure that I'll probably end up with a couple more. Okay, so we've got that done. And then again, it's just like we done on the other one. I just want to go ahead and fold it. And get that fold in there really good. Do the same thing to the sides. And do the same thing to this side. Okay. So now we're going to do just like we did earlier. We're going to put some tape down. And then we're going to put some glue down. Just like that. And I got a lot of glue on it. It shouldn't go anywhere, that's for sure. Because I have a ton of glue. I don't know why I'm so bad about gluing and putting so much glue. Look at that. I'm going to have to get something to get that up with. My finger works just fine for right now. Okay. That works. We're going to say it works anyway. So let's do this one, and I'll try not to put quite as much glue maybe. We'll see. All right, I need to tell myself not as much glue. Okay, maybe that'll work. Maybe that's better. I'm just one of those, I think, you know, if a little bit of glue does good, then a whole lot of glue should do great. Yeah, I'm goofy. That's how I am with my scrap paper, my scrapbook papers and stuff. I'm like, hey, if a little bit of scrapbook paper is wonderful, then how wonderful would it be to have a bunch? And I normally get in trouble because I have way too much. And the bad thing is I find myself still shopping for scrapbook paper. It's crazy. Okay, and one more side, and then I'll show you how to do the spine. Done it again, but oh well. Okay. The key is I never wait until I hear the click. I'm too impatient. And if you wait to pull up and after you've heard the click, then you're good. Okie dokie. And we will cover the inside of these, but we will wait a little bit to do that. So now we have our covers. get them going the right way. And then we have our spine here. So what we're going to do on the spine, when we cover it, so that we can attach it, we are going to bring the paper over about 1 inch. So we know that my spine is 2.5 inches. I want to leave a little space there, so then I'll say 2 3/4, and then I want 1 inch. 1 inch should do, so 2 3/4, so that would be 3 3/4, and that would make 4 3/4. So I need it 4 3/4 by 7. So let's do that. Let's cut this paper at 4 3/4 by 7. Okie dokie. So there we go. Maybe, because I've got to get it lined up. And then I'm going to cut it at 7. Okay, now one thing I'm going to do, and I don't normally do this, but I do want to, especially since it's going to somebody, I do want to kind of center this up. So I am going to score this at 1 inch right here, and just a very light score, not like a hard score. And then I'm going to go in 1 inch over here. So right about there. And so my spine should set down in there pretty good. Yes, it does. Okay. And I just threw that down. Now I've got to take the sweater off. It's just getting stuffy in here. Y'all know, for me to say that, that's crazy. Y'all know what I done, and y'all let me do it. I needed this 9 inches. I sure did. Okay. So let's bring the paper back out. Yeah, I need that 9 inches. Okay. So let's try this again. So let's do our 4 3/4 by 9 inches. Now I will not discard that I just cut, because I will use that in the journal or in the ephemera storage. Let's get this back out. And let's score it again at 1 inch. And then we're going to score it 3 3/4 inches. And you ain't got to do like a big score or anything. That's just mainly for me to be able to see where this is going to go. Okay, so now let's tape this and glue this. I just taped myself to it because I wasn't being smart. Y'all know I'm always doing stuff like that. I am always gluing myself to the project or taping myself to the project. I didn't hear the trigger click. I'm always doing something like that. Okay. So we got that done. And I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to try and do just a little bit of Fabri-Tac. I don't know if I can do just a little or not. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to turn it this way. It just makes it a little easier for me to work with it. And I am going to try and get it as even as I can between those two score lines. And it's not quite where I wanted it, but it'll be okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to take and fold it right here, because I know that's where my fold is going to need to be. Now, the one thing I did not do in my journal that I think I'm going to do in this one is I think I am going to miter it right there. I don't know. I hope I'm not messing it up. But I think I want it like that. We'll see. I do that, and then the book's going to wrap around. Actually, I think we can honestly take these off. Let's cut those little squares off. Now, I'm doing this on the fly because this is not how I done my book, but I'm just thinking of how it might look a little better. And then I'm just going to go just slightly at an angle. And just slightly at an angle here. Okay, hopefully that'll work. So now what we need to do is we need to grab our covers, and this paper is non-directional, so we're good. And so we want to make sure that these are facing the same direction. And I'm just going to see how they fit, how everything lines up. It looks like it's going to line up good. Okay, so let's do this side first. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some, you know what? I think I might want to put some, No, this is fine. Okay. So I'm just putting some tape down. I'm putting some tape there. I'm putting some, probably didn't need that tape there just yet. So I'm not going to put any more there because I think I don't need it there just this second. Okay. So now I've got some glue down and some tape. And because I've got the tape, I've got to be very careful and just make sure I get this lined up where I want it. And I want to leave just a little bit of a space to be able to open and close that. And I think that looks about even. Now that's one thing I do like about using the glue with the tape, is I do have a little bit longer to place it versus, you know, if I was doing just the tape, once I stuck it down, that would be it. Okay, so let's put a little bit of glue here. And then let's line this one up. And again, I want to get it as even as I possibly can. And I think that's looking pretty good. So let's flip this over like this. And let's get it all down really good. Forgot about that piece of tape. Okay, now the other thing I do want to do, you know what, with this being the size that it is, Where is my good ruler? I think we might can use a full sheet of paper instead of having to do 2 different sheets. Yeah, we can do that. So we would need it like 12 by say 6 3/4. Okay, but one thing I think I do want to do, I want to put some Tyvek down. Let me see if I have any right here. If I don't, I may have to put you guys on pause for just a minute. And I may have to do that because I think I put it up. Okay, let me pause you. Let me grab Tyvek and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got some Tyvek here. Oh, look at me. I'm about to not put my mic back on again. Okay, so let me just see. Maybe about right there. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's not going to be seen. And I should get my tape out, but it's all the way over there. Actually, I can just put all of this down. So I'm just going to cut this right here. And that looks like that'll work. So let's put some tape down and then we'll put some glue down too. Okay. So I'm just putting some tape down on the cover. And then I'm putting some down on the inside spine. And then the same thing, I do want to use some Fabri-Tac. I'm going to make sure I get the Fabri-Tac down in that fold area there. And this is just to give it some support. You do not have to do this, but you will use this little journal quite a bit, you know, getting your ephemera in and out. And so you don't want... You want it to be able to handle it. So that's why I like to do this. Just put it like that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's glue these down. We'll go ahead and glue them down before we finish covering the journal or the inside here. Now I'm trying to think. I'm thinking I might not want to cover it with just one piece. I think I might like it better. Oh, aggravate me. Okay. I think I may want to do separate pieces. Which if I do, then I want to put something down on the spine, I think. I don't know. Let me see. Look how cute it's looking. I think we will just do one piece. So let me see. What paper do we want to do for it? I like that one. So let's see. Yeah, see that width is perfect. Now, only thing I can see is that some of that Tyvek it's going to show, but I think it'll be okay. So let's put this at 6 3/4. Because we don't want it going all the way to the top. Let's see how that's going to look. I think that's going to look good. And I am going to round the corners on this. Now, the other thing I'm thinking I might want to do, let me do this. I'm thinking that I may want to kind of score it a little bit. Okay, because that's where I'm going to want it to fold. I like that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is glue this side down first. So let's just put some tape on it. And let's put a little bit of glue on it. We don't need a lot of glue because I do have quite a bit of tape on there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set this in here like this. And I am going to fold this up and then just bring it to it just like that. There we go. And so that kind of lined everything up for us right there. So now we can just glue this down, glue and tape it down. Now, I don't know how this tape is going to do on the tie back. It's not looking like it's going to do that great. I'm going to attempt to put it down anyway. But I'm not worried because I will have my glue. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to do with that tie back, but it'll be okay. So let's put some glue down for sure. Bring it all up, and it looks like it's trying to get off center, and it might. That's okay. We can fix it. Okay. I'm liking it. Now let's do the side down, and then we will be done with this part of it, and then we will come back probably tomorrow. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow's video or the next day because I do have a few other videos that I need to do, but we will get back on here. And I'm making a mess with this tape right now. I will be glad when my score tape comes in. I don't know how I let myself run out. Just not paying attention. Just simply not paying attention. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be back on here doing this tomorrow or if it'll be a different video because like I said, I do have some other videos to do. But we will be doing this on here for sure. I'm just trying to straighten that a little bit. All right. So there we are, guys. This is our, that's gonna, I about better let that dry before I go trying to move that. That will not be good. Yeah. Get it done down real good. I have let it warm. Look at me. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, that's gonna be fine. we'll get it fixed. So there we are. That's the beginning of it. So the next video doing this, we will start building our pages, and I'll show you how to build the pages and get them put in. But so there we are. This is the start of it. This will be what is going to be the giveaway prize. So make sure you go over and check that video out. That has all of the instructions on it on how to enter. Make sure you do that. And yeah, stay tuned. Talk to you guys later. Bye.